To all my subscribers, viewers, and YouTube friends, thanks for your support over the past 8 months. Without you, my channel would not have gotten off the ground. Thank you all. You are awesome. Welcome back. Time for 3 more videos. 1 featuring a cream boat, 1 featuring a Pratt, and 1 featuring tall, dark, and creepy. And now for a daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy, sexy dance featuring Cream Skeptic.
So, let's see what you think of this. So, daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Stranger, I am good at dissecting asshole, especially at nighttime. I can't charge for it, but it makes my life fun. Oh yes, I like asshole, especially at nighttime. Antonio is coming out. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Stranger, Nathan Oakley. I got the broom handles from you, and you don't even know. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Stranger, daytime,
turning,
nighttime,
turning,
daytime,
weirdos,
nighttime,
turning,
weirdos,
weirdos, turning,
weirdos, sexy stranger, weirdos,
turning,
daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy,
turning,
daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Stranger, daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy,
turning,
daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Stranger.
To the Flat Earth Clown Show.
I'm so sorry about this next video, but stupidity is in abundant supply with this person. Welcome back. Today I tackled Daniel Pratt yet again. I know, I'm really sorry, but I saw this video and I just had to give him a response. See, I can't comment on his videos anymore because he blocked me. So I figured respond to his video because he's such a fucking idiot. Ding!
Warning, warning. Now entering a
Oven mitts required.
Okay. For the last 5 years, myself and a number of other people have been coming out and trying to tell you, hey, we took a second look, and this entire heliocentric model they sold us in school looks like a big ball of crap.
Not going to school wasn't an option. What we were taught in school was not an option either. So, these look like big balls of crap to you? These are big balls of crap.
It doesn't check out. When you really examine it, it doesn't check out. And at the same time, there have been a persistent, almost stalkerish, almost mentally ill, dedicated group of propagandists telling us how retarded we are because we should have learned all this in school. And they are constantly repeating how we should listen to the mainstream because they tell the truth and they do not lie to us.
Flat Earth globe deniers talk a lot about others being indoctrinated, yet believe in a 154-year-old book on Zetetics written by Samuel Robotham, and think the Bible is a science book that is the gold standard of truth, life, and the shape of the earth.
Yet when I'm about to show you what I'm about to show you, all they're going to say is, but that doesn't mean you stupid, retarded flurfs could possibly be right. It's not that they're admitting themselves that everything you learned in school doesn't mean it's truth.
Yes, Daniel, all math, English, civics, biology, chemistry, etc., all fairy tales. Completely false because we're being controlled by the boogeymen known as they.
What am I talking about? 17 science facts you might have learned in school that aren't true from the notorious conspiracy newspaper Business Insider.
If you are calling the Business Insider a notorious conspiracy newspaper, why the hell are you using it? Oh, wait, never mind.
Science is an ongoing process, which means new discoveries often upend old theories. Now, they're going to tell you how the new discovery thousands of years ago debunked the flat earth, yet will repeatedly refuse to use 2019 science.
Nothing in this article was discovered thousands of years ago. These are all modern-day discoveries, Daniel.
And continue to tell us how we should take the word of Arrow Snotty Sneeze and all of these curly-haired Freemason freaks that supposedly discovered we lived on a globe hundreds or, according to them, thousands of years ago.
Things that were speculated and theorized on in the past, having been found to not be what we thought they were, have been revised and corrected, even into the present day, Daniel.
Here are some science facts you may have learned in school that aren't true. Now, we flat earthers have been saying these schools are indoctrination centers. It doesn't matter if what they teach you is true or not to them, just as long as you memorize their purported facts and believe in them like a religion.
Yes, the Freemason freaks, as you call them, have been around for thousands of years and became the boogeymen known as they.
And that's exactly what we have seen from these globe-dedicated stalker, psycho propagandists for the last 5 years. Absolute refusal to objectively look at facts and just keep pumping what they think are the facts they learned in indoctrination centers because they're too fucking stupid or too fucking chicken shit to admit they've been duped, and they're nowhere near as fucking brilliant as they think they are. They are just tape recorders, able to memorize the bullshit they've been fed and then repeat it and say, look how smart I am. I'm a tape recorder.
Is real. With this one, projection is. Well, okay. That was a rather abrupt ending. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye. What can I say about this next video except fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too.
Hello?
Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters, and debunkers.
Well, I think you have the wrong number. It happens. Take it easy. Hello?
Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters, and debunkers.
Numbers for that. See ya. Hello?
Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters, and debunkers.
I don't think so.
It may only be circular because of the way we see through our spherical eyes.
Oh, just some scary movie.
It may be difficult to get your head around why we are not living on a spinning ball Earth.
Halloween.
Ooh, that was so scary. But what's even scarier is that Phuket word, aka Gigantor, can't comprehend a sunset.
This is another observation of a sunset that once again shows that we are not living on a spinning ball Earth, and the sun does not light up the bottoms of clouds as it sets, which it should do if we were living on a globe.
Some of the clouds do get lit up from underneath. It depends on the height of the clouds and how low on the horizon the sun is.
And the sun does not light up the bottoms of clouds as it sets, which it should do if we were living on a globe. We can see here as I pan the camera to the left that these clouds do not have their undersides lit by a sun which appears to be lower than them in the distance. The same goes for the clouds on the right here and the clouds further away in the distance. The sun only appears to be lower than the clouds because of perspective and because the sun is simply getting further and further away across a flat surface on a motionless plane.
The bottoms of the clouds to the left and right appear lower than the ones getting lit in the middle.
If the sun were physically lower because we were on a rotating spherical Earth, as we are told to believe, then the sun would be lighting up the bottoms of those clouds. What is in fact happening is the dense, thick parts of the clouds remain grey, and they don't allow the sunlight through, while the less dense, wispy clouds that are usually white as the sun shines through them are now tinged with this orange colour as the sun sets.
The sun is not physically lower. The Earth is rotating so that the sun's light is indirectly hitting that part of the Earth. The dark parts of the clouds are in shadow, while the other clouds are tinged orange. By the way, clouds are white because there are air currents circulating inside them. It's kind of like baking a cake. When whipping sugar and butter together, the mixture will get lighter in color as air is introduced into it. Oh, and those dark clouds you see that indicate rain, they are actually dark because the sun can't penetrate through them. Thus we see the shadow of the water droplets held within them.
We can use our eyes and see that the sun is in fact physically higher than the clouds, even though it only appears to be lower. Again, it's due to perspective. The sun is doing exactly what everything else does that's in the sky as it travels away from us. It appears to sink towards the horizon while remaining high in the sky.
The sun is actually very far away. Again, it is because the Earth rotates.
And then we zoom back out again, and you'll see once more that while the sun is supposed to be below some physical curvature on a globe Earth that is rotating away from it, observations tell us this simply is not true. It may be difficult to get your head around why the sun disappears and appears to sink below the horizon. It's simply due to the fact that a flat surface rises up to our eye level if we're looking straight ahead, straight across. And in the distance, everything on the horizon just cuts it off. It doesn't mean the sun is physically sinking. In fact, we can see that as the sun appears to meet the horizon here, it kind of changes shape. There's this, the sun appears to kind of grab the surface. It's just an optical phenomenon.
Actually, it isn't difficult to get our heads around. The Earth rotates, thus the sun appears to get lower on the horizon, disappearing bottom first as the Earth slowly blocks it from view.
The sun may not even be a ball of fire, as we are led to believe. It may only be circular because of the way we see through our spherical eyes.
The sun is not a ball of fire. It is made of plasma and works by nuclear fusion. You haven't been listening to JM Truth, have you? And you say it may only be circular because of the way we see through our spherical eyes? Then why do we not see everything like we're looking through a fisheye lens?
Seeing the sun set like this and assuming it's because the Earth is a rotating sphere is just an interpretation based on an insistence that we agree to a particular heliocentric model. this doesn't mean that the Earth is moving. Even though we could rise up in the air and see the sun set again, we would notice that we don't look down to see the sun again. The sun would appear in the center of our field of view again if we were looking straight ahead. So once again, I'm looking up at the clouds here. You can see that it's the tops of the clouds that are lit. The undersides of the clouds are not lit because they are thicker. The sun is not passing through them. So the sun is in fact still high in the sky. It's just further away. That's all it is. It's perspective. If we were on a globe, we would see the sun shining up to hit the bottoms of those clouds.
The Earth rotating is not an interpretation. We have plenty of evidence, old and new, to know that it is rotating. The horizon actually drops, as does the view of the sun as it sets, if we go higher and higher. Check out Sean Hufford's video titled Multiple Sunset Orphan Red Edition. The link is in the description below. On a flat Earth, the sun would never get low on the horizon because it would be thousands of miles in the sky. It would just get smaller as it goes further away. Even if we went higher on a flat Earth, the sun would never go below the center of our view.
And this is about as scientific as anyone can get when it comes to sunsets. We can't reach the sun. We don't know what it is. All we can do is make observations and comparisons. That's science. By making an observation and recording what we see without a bias. Yes, there's a claim that we're on a flat Earth because it looks flat, because that's physics. When we look across a flat surface, this is what we see. And we see that the sun doesn't do what it's supposed to do according to the heliocentric globe Earth model.
The Parker Solar Probe was launched in August 2018 and is currently on its third perihelion, the closest point of an orbit of the Sun. The probe will eventually be getting within 4 million miles of the Sun. Links about the Parker Solar Probe are in the description below. The Sun does do what it is supposed to do. It sits in the middle of the solar system as the Earth, Moon, and other planets and their moons rotate and orbit around it. When we say the sun sets or rises, that is our way of comprehending our cross-section of the world. A cross-section that appears flat and motionless because we are really small, and due to conservation of momentum and the fact that it moves slowly, we do not feel it rotating.
And it's not necessary to have an alternative explanation without any actual proof of what's happening. Our observation is enough to say what isn't happening and why it isn't happening, why the undersides of the clouds are not being lit up. But to claim to know what the sun is, how it works, why it's there, why we are here to see the sunsets, that's not science because it's not known. And it can't be really physically tested any more than this, than to make an observation. And to keep in mind that it's only observations from this Earth up into the sky that have been used to determine this globe Earth model, or we've been told to interpret sunsets as being because we're on a spinning globe, simply because we've been told that we live in a solar system without any other scientific proof or evidence to back that claim other than the use of geometry to create mathematical models.
The sun is made up of 3/4 hydrogen, 1/4 helium, and a smattering of other gases. We know this because of observation of light frequencies that these gases emit. We humans have observed the spherical Earth for several thousand years. We have expanded on this knowledge to the point where we have taken pictures of the entire Earth from space with the Epic Discovery and Himawari 8 satellites. Composites have been made of Earth from thousands of pictures taken by low Earth orbit satellites. We have landed on the moon and are planning to go back and are even going to go to Mars. We have so much evidence of other galaxies, planets, stars, and other celestial bodies because we have ground-based telescopes and low Earth orbit telescopes like the Hubble and have sent probes out into the solar system to take pictures and gather data. All this evidence is, of course, ignored because it doesn't fit the globe-denying narrative. The following 2 clips, linked in the description below, are taken from airplanes and shows the sun low on the horizon below clouds. This evidence too is dismissed by globe deniers as CGI or whatever, but it would not be possible on any other shaped Earth besides a globe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Well, this is all for this installment of A Global Mom 2019 Retrospective. Please join me next week for part 5, when we will take a look at a few more of my videos. Please consider becoming a Patreon. I have several tiers available, but as little as $1 will help my channel. Thank you for watching, and as always, you are awesome. See you in the next video.